The Gilgo Beach serial killer's jailhouse therapist is facing felony charges. We'll tell you why. You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Buva. But first, the Supreme Court has upheld the right for states to ban transgender girls and women from playing on school athletic teams. So, what does that mean for Long Island? Virginia Huey has this story.
It's very scary what's happening, and I don't think it's very fair.
Transgender athlete Ray Schuline of Lake Ronkonkoma is crying foul over the Supreme Court's 6-3 ruling allowing state bans on transgender athletes from playing on girls' and women's sports teams at publicly funded schools. 13-year-old Schuline, who's been playing baseball with rec teams since age 7, is hoping to play ball at school in the fall.
I think everyone should be able to play on what sports team they want to play on. Yes, it makes me feel like, what's the word, that they don't respect me and that I'm not like everyone else when I really am.
New York State does not have a ban on trans athletes, but NASA executive Bruce Blakeman has banned female trans athletes from female-only competitions at county-run facilities. People who support the idea say it's needed to prevent athletes whose assigned sex at birth was male from having an unfair advantage in women's sports. Opponents argue transgender bans discriminate based on sex. Long Islanders Newsday spoke with are split on the issue.
I think that there's got to be a separation when it comes to sports.
Why do you think that?
Because I think if you were born a male and you identify as a woman, you still have the male genes, so that would give you an edge in sports.
We shouldn't be discriminating against transgenders. We should all get along.
Advocates for transgender youth say the High Court's ruling sends a message that goes far beyond the ball fields.
It's another significant Supreme Court ruling that just continues a broader trend of limiting legal protection for transgender Americans. And it has a huge human impact on our community and here on Long Island. You know, for many young people, school sports are about much more than competition. They're about belonging, confidence, teamwork, friendship, and feeling accepted.
Schuline fears the ruling will sideline more than transgender athletes' ball-playing dreams.
If they could take away this, they can really take away anything, right?
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
The Supreme Court also issued a ruling upholding birthright citizenship. That's when people born in the U.S. are automatically given citizenship. It's a blow for the Trump administration's immigration policy, but activists are calling it a victory, saying it is foundational to our country. And an Oceanside school music teacher is accused of strangling his sister-in-law to death. Joseph Horner pleaded not guilty to murdering Victoria Castle. Authorities say Horner lived in an apartment upstairs from her on North Oak Street in North Massapequa. He allegedly asked her to help moving a piano, then attacked her from behind and put her in a chokehold until her body went limp.
7 precinct officers observed a female who was unresponsive in the ground floor apartment of this location. Life-saving medical assistance was immediately provided to her.
Police say Horner also sexually abused Castle after she was dead. And only in Newsday, 4 Long Island nonprofits will receive more than $10 million in state child care grants to lower costs for families. They include the Jewish Early Learning Center in Merrick, Shabbat of Islip Township, the Reconstructionist Synagogue of the North Shore, and Long Island Head Start. The Office of Children and Family Services says child care costs on Long Island are some of the highest in the nation. And 3 egg companies are accused of illegally hiking prices in 17 states, including here in New York. The Attorney General says Maine Foods, Versova Centrum, and Hickman's Egg Ranch are responsible for price collusion and manipulation. Listen to this. As part of the settlement, the companies have to pay for and donate 53 million eggs to nonprofits. They will also pay a combined $3.3 million to the affected states. And a new McDonald's is coming to Medford. The nation's largest restaurant chain is heading to Patchogue Yampank Road. McDonald's paid more than $3 million for the land they will build on. The burgers will start flowing in late fall. All right, here's a quick look at tomorrow's weather. It was a hot one today, and check out tomorrow. Look at that. It's another hot one. Of course, we'll have some sun and some clouds overhead, but temps will be in the 80s. As for that 7-day forecast, we'll have that later for you in the broadcast. A Newsday investigation found the woman who served as the Gilgo Beach serial killer's therapist had no license to practice. Sherry Einhorn shares what charges she's now facing.
He looked at me and he goes, "Do you have any idea what it's like to want to kill someone?"
That is Allison Winter. She's a therapist who's been working with the now convicted Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann, his ex-wife, and their daughter. If you've already watched the documentary House of Secrets on Peacock, you've seen her. According to the show, the family waived their HIPAA privacy rights, allowing her to share intimate details of their conversations.
She is in the room when Rex Heuermann tells his wife that he, in fact, killed 8 women. She speaks to that in the documentary, and she was also present with the family on the day of the guilty plea.
Here's the twist. Newsday has confirmed the therapist is facing her own criminal charges and potential jail time. According to these court documents, Winter is facing 18 felonies, including grand larceny and unauthorized practice of a profession. Investigators say Winter was practicing without a license between November 2018 and May 2024. She's also accused of submitting fraudulent insurance claims, allegedly for her work as a social worker, totaling $60,000 dating back to December 2018. We went to her Sayville office here on Railroad Avenue.
This is the Google image from June 2024, and you can see Allison Winter's sign.
The sign outside that used to list her practice has been taken down, but we still see her practice listed on the sign inside the building and on her office door, which was locked.
Yeah, hi, Allison. This is Grant Parpan at Newsday.
We tried the number listed for her practice and left a message. We also went to her home in East Northport, but her son told us he thought she was at work. Do you have to do anything specific to call yourself a psychotherapist?
It's a great question, and the answer that frustrates many of us is no. Actually, psychotherapy is really an umbrella term.
We spoke to Melissa McCardle. She's a licensed clinical social worker, PhD, and Dean of the School of Education and Human Services at Malloy University.
We have one of the most rigorous licensure processes in the country here in New York State.
There are several steps after you get a master's degree: passing an exam, 36 months of supervision, at least 2,000 hours of client contact, and state certification before you can practice independently. Now, we did confirm that Winter got her master's in social work from Adelphi University in 1999, but there is no record of her ever having a license through the state education department.
It concerns me a lot when I hear of graduates of social work who are practicing outside of the boundaries of state regulation. There's a reason we have those regulations, and they really are about protecting the public and protecting our clients and our communities.
In the documentary, Robert Macedonio, the attorney for Heuermann's ex-wife, says he connected the family with Winter because he's known her for 20 years, that she's worked with other clients of his, and says, quote, "We trust her." So did he know she didn't have a license? We don't know, because the attorney who talked on a regular basis leading up to the trial and the documentary won't talk to us now. We also don't know if anyone from the production company knew she was unlicensed. Multiple emails to several different people, including the director, went unanswered. What's also interesting is after Winter was arrested and was already facing charges, she continued working with Heuermann and his family.
They're having a hard time, but they accept it, and they're okay with it, and they will figure it out.
This is her talking to reporters outside the family's Massapequa Park home the day Heuermann pleaded guilty. We tried her attorney and the Suffolk DA for a comment on Winter's case, but no one wanted to talk about it. She is due back in court July 21st. I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy. Need to maintain or repair an old solar system? Trust Sun Nation Service to fix it like new.
Islanders development camp is underway, and Newsday caught up with 3 Long Island players who all grew up watching the team.
I think it's just like stepping on the ice in the orange and blue. Like it's such an incredible feeling. I'm super grateful and excited to be a part of this event. And I grew up practicing here every day. I grew up going to Islander games. So yeah, the fact that I can wear this jersey with pride, it just means the world to me.
Grew up an Islanders fan. It's super special to be here and to have this opportunity to skate with these guys. See the culture here and everything they got, the facilities. It's super special. So I'm just excited and honored to be here.
It's just really cool just growing up, going to the Islanders games now, just being a part of the organization for a little bit. It's a really cool experience for me.
I grew up an Islander fan, and I grew up practicing here all the time, and it's a really surreal feeling, honestly. I'm super happy to be here, and I just hope to keep getting better, and we'll see where things go in the future.
Being able to skate with guys they look up to, I think it's kind of a full circle thing where we're now where there's those guys and we get to give back. So it was super cool to do that.
I put a lot of hard work and dedication. I dedicated my life to this sport and this game, and I'm really happy that things are paying off.
We continue to highlight the jobs you do, so let's make signs in this week's LI Works. Grab your tools, we're making signs. When you think of a sign maker, you probably picture someone hitting print. But that's only a small part of the job.
Squeeze. Go. Look at that. Byron, what do you think? I got the job.
From welding to fabrication to design and finishings, every project starts with an idea and ends with something you may see every single day.
You would want to have the creative skill set to design, visualize a customer's branding.
And it turns out being creative and good with your hands is only half the equation.
The product at the end of it is the culmination of all that effort and communication and creativity with the customer.
That means the job does not always end at 5, because long hours and high pressure are signs of a booming business.
We're open and we're fabricating from 7 o'clock in the morning till 5, 6 in the evening. It depends on the projects. It's a very deadline-oriented business.
While some projects are for the local mom and pop shops, others are a little larger.
We build signs that are weigh upward of 40,000 pounds, and they're billboards at the side of the interstate.
And if deadline pressures, design challenges, or detailed instructions are not enough to make you sweat, some materials are costly and will cost you if you mess up while transforming them.
I would guess that one little booklet's probably $1,500. There's thousands of dollars of gold in this sign.
Don and Mike say the road from the start of a project to the end of a project could be a long one, but watching customers carve their own path makes it all worth it.
Very often we'll create signage for a simple storefront, and that client now is blowing up and they're opening up multiple storefronts, and you're along for the ride with them.
All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast to see how long the heat will stay with us. And again, tomorrow we are in the 80s, 93 on Thursday, 98 on Friday. It looks like we're cooling off this weekend with the rain and thunderstorms, but the temps will still be elevated on Saturday. But by the time Tuesday rolls around, at least we're under 80.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Now, for more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Ken Bufa, Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
Newsday's food critics have made their latest critics pick with their selection of best lobster rolls across Long Island. Click to see the full list at newsday.com/lobster rolls. Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
Join Newsday's travel insider Carissa Kelman as she visits the High Line and then make a stop at the Chelsea Market. Let's go with Carissa Kelman at newsday.com/highline. Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.